And hello everybody, welcome back to LFC News. Well, it's all kicking off in January at this moment in time. We were expecting a fairly quiet one for the football club, but it does seem as though we are getting things done. There does seem as stuff is happening in the background at this moment in time with regard to the football club. Now, in today's video, we are going to be speaking about one that probably no one saw coming, actually, to be fair. I wasn't expecting any major outgoings this January transfer window, but yeah, we're starting to see that could emerge and that two clubs are now battling it out for one of our key players. As always, guys, we are going to be breaking down this story whilst also going over all of the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. But first, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more. So guys, firstly, as we reported to you this morning, it does seem Mark Gahey, this is a transfer that could emerge. Liverpool are, of course, still interested. We've seen that deal, of course, break down towards the end of the last transfer window. And what we're seeing already here in the January transfer window is that Mark Gahey is the subject of extreme concrete interest from Manchester City, and they are willing, or at least willing to pay a significant fee this January to try and get him in through the door. As we know, Mark Gahey's contract expires come the end of the summer. There's a host of clubs currently interested in him. However, Crystal Palace want £35.5 million this month to let him go. And Manchester City, it does seem as though, could actually go there and pursue this transfer. We have been credited with interest, but at this moment in time, we're still strongly interested, but again, we don't know whether to bring forward our summer plans or risk losing out to a title rival. So we could see something happen potentially with Mark Gahey. Watch this space if Manchester City pull the trigger. Now on to some transfer news. We reported to you that Chiesa was a subject of interest from Juventus, and now we have got a major update now that Napoli have joined that race and are looking to get him on a loan deal.
Right, a transfer update to bring you now. It concerns Liverpool's Federico Chiesa. Napoli and Juventus are interested in signing the player on loan from Liverpool. This is according to Sky in Italy. We do understand, though, that Chiesa is highly unlikely to leave the club in this window. There have been no formal approaches to Liverpool for Chiesa, either for a loan or a permanent transfer, and the club would prefer to keep him this month. According to Sky in Italy, Liverpool would only listen to permanent offers for the player. Chiesa, he has featured more for Liverpool this season than last, making 15 Premier League appearances. He's scored twice after signing from Juventus in August 2024. He's got 2.5 years left on his contract at Liverpool, but we understand that Napoli and Juventus are interested in signing Chiesa on loan from Liverpool, although we do understand from Sky in Italy that Chiesa is highly unlikely to leave the club in this window.
So there you go, fairly interesting indeed with regard to Chiesa. Whilst they are starting out as loan deals, it's interesting the wording, because apparently we would be willing to let him go on a permanent transfer. So it's one of those that one of these teams could, obviously they want him on loan initially, but one of these teams could change their sort of pursuit to a permanent transfer. Then apparently Liverpool would be all ears. But certainly watch this space, because I do have a feeling this January transfer window could get busy.
In other news, Harvey Elliott looks increasingly likely to agree a move to Major League Soccer, with Liverpool preparing to recall the midfielder early from what has become a deeply frustrating loan spell at Aston Villa. The 22-year-old's situation has deteriorated rapidly since his summer switch to Villa Park, with game time proving almost non-existent. Elliott has made just 5 appearances since the move, leaving Liverpool unhappy with how the deal has played out and eager to find a solution that prioritises regular football for one of their most talented young players. Former Manchester United and Blackburn Chiefs scout Mick Brown, who remains well connected within the game after decades in top-level recruitment, believes the outcome is now close to inevitable. With Elliott having already featured for both Liverpool and Aston Villa this season, he is ineligible to represent another European club before the summer. That restriction effectively narrows his options and, in Brown's view, points strongly towards a temporary move to the MLS. It looks almost certain now he will end up in the MLS, Brown said. The lad has got to be playing football, and it's become very clear that's not going to happen at Aston Villa, despite what he might have hoped when he joined. The move to Villa was initially viewed as a positive step for Elliott, offering the promise of consistent minutes under Unai Emery and the chance to accelerate his development. Instead, he has found himself frozen out of the rotation, with Brown previously making clear that the midfielder has no meaningful role in Emery's plans. Brown believes the situation is particularly disappointing given Elliott's ability and trajectory. It's a real shame because he's a very talented player who probably would have been knocking on the door of the England squad if he was playing regularly, he said. Even at Liverpool he was a fringe player and was in and out of the team, but now he's not even getting those sorts of minutes. Despite that, the former scout insists that a short-term spell in the United States could prove beneficial rather than damaging. A move to the MLS is the only way for that to happen at the moment, so that's the best option, Brown explained. He can go out there for 6 months, focus on just playing and impressing, and then assess the situation in the summer and see what's available. From Liverpool's perspective, the priority is ensuring Elliott gets back on the pitch regularly, even if that means an unconventional route. A productive spell in the MLS could help restore confidence, rhythm, and market value ahead of a more permanent decision when the transfer window reopens. Elliott's uncertain future comes at a time when Liverpool themselves remain under scrutiny. A dramatic 2-2 draw with Fulham last time out, sealed by Harrison Reed's late equaliser, just minutes after Cody Gakpo thought he had won it in stoppage time, did little to fully calm the mood around Anfield. While 3 wins from their last 5 matches suggest some improvement, sections of the fan base remain unconvinced. Brown believes Arne Slot is still feeling the pressure, even if the immediate danger has eased. There's no expectation right now that he's going to be sacked, Brown said. His position is stronger than it was during that really difficult run, but he's not completely out of the woods yet. For Elliott, however, the focus is far more personal. Regular football, wherever it may be, has become non-negotiable, and all signs now point towards a temporary fresh start across the Atlantic before reassessing his long-term future in the summer. Ultimately, an early recall and a short-term switch to the MLS appears to offer the cleanest solution for all parties. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. We post all the latest Liverpool news every day, so join our fast-growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.